Well. We're back. We're back for another fucking week. Week 6 was a smashing success and failure all at the same time. I mean, went 3-5. Unfortunate. Gonna happen. I was kind of feeling it a little too hot over the last couple of weeks. Gonna happen. We're hoping to bounce back this week. More importantly, Florida caught a dub. Finally, Florida caught a dub. We'll talk about that more in a second. We're just going to get right into it. You know, we got a long episode. The call-ins get longer and longer every week. I'm going to try not to clog up the front half of these episodes with too much fucking jibber jabber. Yeah, I mean, the winners are going to be short from last week. I only had 3 of them, like I said. Clemson minus 14. That one was easy. I mean, you look at the athletes, you look at the coaching staff, you look at everything Clemson has. As disappointing as their season has been so far, UNC is they're just not fucking good enough. They're just not fucking good enough. I mean, you give $10 million to Bill Belichick, and he might not even be there by the end of the season. I mean, it's ridiculous. Miami minus 4.5. Way to make me fucking sweat it, Mario. Going fucking Mario mode as always. Just fucking taking your foot off the gas for no goddamn reason against FSU, letting them score 2 late. You know, fucking ridiculous Mario mode. But I mean, we got it done. We got it done with Miami. We got it done with Miami at minus 4.5. And then UF plus 7. I didn't have the balls like Bulgogi to take a money line, but that's what we got. That environment was electric. The D-line played fantastic, holding, I believe, until like 50 yards. Texas, like 50 rushing yards, 6 sacks. Take Arch Manning out of the mix. The running backs had less than 20 yards. I mean, that's fucking great. Lagways playing like he should have. Dallas Wilson, way to come in hot and fucking make an impact. I'm excited to see what's coming up for the rest of the season. I mean, do I think the chances are too high of us repeating last year and starting weak and just fucking blitzing through the second half of the year? Probably not. But we'll see. You know, we'll see how it goes. I want to be locked in for every single fucking game. That's for sure. I'm glad I finally get to put the fucking jerseys back on. I mean, that USF loss just obliterated me beyond comprehension. I cannot describe the feelings that USF loss gave me. And then you guys wanted to lose 2 more straight after that in embarrassing fashion. So I'm all the way back in. I'm excited to see what we do this week, next week, the one after, through the rest of the year. I'll take what I can get. You gave me something to chew on for a little bit, and I'll let that ride. Losers, had a lot of them. 5 of them to be exact. 3 of them, crazy. 3 of them were a touchdown or more favorite. 2 of them over 13-point favorites that just straight up lost outright. They were all G5. So, I mean, fucking, you get what you buy. Ohio, the first one of them, minus 14.5. 2 turnovers on downs, but never really had a chance. Honestly, they were up for a little bit in that game. Never felt like they were going to cover. And then they just lose by 6 straight up to Ball State. Going to happen. Texas State. I was right about this game, kind of. I mean, they put up 300 rushing yards, and then they still lost. That's crazy. You put up 300 rushing yards as a 14-point favorite, and you lose? Whatever. I mean, there was only 1 turnover on downs, but you just got straight up beat. Wasn't a lot of gimmicks. I mean, it wasn't outstanding either way. You just straight up got beat. You put 300 rushing yards on the ground, and you just get straight up beat. What are you going to do? Central Michigan, minus 8.5. Akron, wow. Another one without a chance. Like, all 3 of these games, at no point during any of them did I feel like the bet had a chance to hit, which is, it's crazy to talk about. When you got minus 14.5, minus 13.5, minus 8.5, and not once during the game do you feel like you got a chance. I mean, Akron just came to play. The defense played well. You know, QB was slinging it. Running back had 30-plus carries for like 170 yards, I think, and then held a strong lead all second half. You know, that was that. Western Kentucky, Delaware, which is a weekday game, that one fucking kind of pissed me off to start the week. Sometimes you catch a vibe from the first game of the week. That was Western Kentucky, Delaware. I could tell it was going to be a little dicey through the weekend after the way that game went. Just offenses self-imploding all game. I mean, we had 2 turnovers in the red zone, 1 on the goal line, missed a game-winning field goal from like 40 yards, like 42 yards, to tie the game and send us into OT with a great chance to hit the overpass that. 2 of the most explosive offenses in the country, and you can't put 60 points on the board. Get fucked. Guys like me, guys like the directive who had it, guys like Mr. 6-year who also had the over. Not great. I mean, if the whole team's going to hit UF in the points, we're going to have to miss on another one. We're not going to get all that lucky in 1 week. Army, UAB, worse almost than Western Kentucky, Delaware. You just, again, didn't feel like it had a chance at all during the whole game. It's unfortunate that 4 of the losers just didn't feel like they had a fucking chance. I mean, that Western Kentucky Delaware game sucked, but it's not like it was a bad beat. We still needed like 2 touchdowns in overtime to hit that over. These other 4 just fucking, I never thought we had a fucking chance. And they're, you got to power through, really. You just got to power through. You go 15-5 over 2 weeks. You can't get too mad about a 3-5 the next. It's going to happen. That's going to bring the total to 29-21, a 58% hit rate on the year. Honestly, with the juice, not great. Maybe even slightly negative with the juice. So we got to bust back this week. There's some other games that were just fucking honestly great. Air Force Navy, who doesn't love a little bit of academy ball? Just back and forth all game. Nail biter. We had a lot of those this week. Baylor, Kansas State, another great example. Electric. Tight game, all game. Turnovers, 70 points to the wire. Blocked game-winning field goal with like 25 seconds left out of Baylor. I mean, you can't complain about games like that. I said it before the season started. The Big 12 was going to give us great action all fucking year, and they certainly have not disappointed so far. I mean, we've had one of these every week out of the Big 12. It's been fucking great. My favorite G5 team, Eastern Michigan at Buffalo, fucked it in OT. As a 9.5 point dog, lost by 1. There's no way any of you guys actually saw what happened, so I'll give you a breakdown. We go into OT. Buffalo scores, gets the PAT. Eastern Michigan scores, goes for 2. The QB Kim just fucking drops the ball. If you're watching NFL like Jackson Dart did Sunday, just fucking drops it on the 2-point conversion to fucking ice the win. And Buffalo falls on it, and that's game. That's unfortunate. For my boys at Eastern Mich, but they were one of 2 OT games this week. That's it. 2 OT games this week. The next one was Virginia at Louisville. Virginia almost fucking blew this lead. Louisville's building a habit of coming back big time in games they should not be coming back in. I mean, they were down 10 or 13 to Virginia, bring it all the way back to OT, score a field goal, and Virginia ices with a touchdown. I'm not complaining about fucking OT ball. Are you? Are you complaining about OT ball? Because I'm getting great G5, Big 12, ACC, OT every goddamn week, man. And it's good fucking watch. It's good fucking ball. And we're going to get more of it this week. People told you the slate last week was weak. Where does it get weaker, man? Where does it get weaker out of what we saw last week? Washington at Maryland. 20-point comeback for the win. Out of Washington. Hell yeah. Big Ten wants some of it too. And let me give you another one. Penn State at UCLA. I mean, I'm not going to spend too much time on this one because you fucking heard about it. If you watch any college football content, you've heard ad nauseum about this fucking game. James Franklin, suck a dick and die, man. I mean, fucking Jesus, dude. You can't do what you did against Oregon. Give your fan base, a contractual hope for the big ones, and then go and lose to 0-4 UCLA. UCLA's the laughingstock of the fucking country right now, or they were. And then they have a new fucking coach that had, 36 hours to prepare? This guy's like 31 years old, and you're going to fucking lose like that to them? You have the highest paid DC in the entire country, and you're going to let them put 45 on your head? Oregon didn't do that. How the fuck does that happen, James Franklin? You fucking cocksucker, and you're squatting on a $50 million buyout. You might as well be fucking Mike Norvell from last year, you bald-headed fuck. How the hell do you do that? If I was a Penn State fan, I wouldn't have made it into work on Monday. I'll tell you that right now. I would put a fucking noose around my neck and stand on a goddamn ice block and sit there and watch fucking that game on repeat until that shit melted and I was hanging from my goddamn roof. Man, I mean, that's fucking unbelievable. You let that happen. I mean, I said I wasn't going to talk about a lot, but you got me fired up, James Franklin. I mean, what the fuck? Week 7, the slate gets better. I mean, first of all, Red River Shootout. Who doesn't love that? I don't even need to spend fucking time on that game. The Red River Shootout is fantastic every year. It's going to be fantastic for years to come. I mean, let's see it. We got a Texas team on the goddamn ropes. Sarkisian might as well be fucking James Franklin at this point. What the fuck did you do to this team? Preseason 1, Heisman favorite, and you got all these big bodies up front, and you can't fucking block shit, man. Arch Manning, a guy who everyone has come to the conclusion of is kind of ass at football, is your leading rusher. When your O-line and all this other shit was supposed to be such a strength of the team. It's embarrassing. Look up how much these motherfuckers get paid and then watch their game tape and see what the fuck they're putting on the field. It's ridiculous. Yeah, you got sacked 6 times by the big bully D-line at Florida. Yeah, the swamp was fucking loud. Yeah, you rushed for fucking 16 yards with your running backs. What the fuck are you going to do about it, Sarkisian? What the fuck are you getting paid all this goddamn money for? It's crazy. And now you're walking into the Red River Shootout against an Oklahoma team who is like a 1-point dog, and they're assuming John Mateer, who had hand surgery like literally less than a month ago, is going to play. And this is what you guys are fucking walking into. I don't even know what to think about this team. Some of these big programs are pissing me the fuck off, man. You guys got to play better. I sit here and I watch all this goddamn G5 ball, and I watch 12 fucking drops a game. I watch a missed 35-yard field goal 4 times a week, and then I tune into goddamn Texas football, and you guys don't seem to be any fucking better. It's crazy to me. You know, I mean, put the money towards something else. Get some snow cone machines in the goddamn locker room, because obviously you are not worth your fucking weight in salt, man, with the way you're playing these goddamn games. Moving on. Michigan at USC. Cool. Big Ten matchup. Going to be exciting. The USC Trojans kind of got to pull one out after what they did versus Illinois. But, I mean, Michigan on the same foot with the loss to Oklahoma feels like they need one big too. Pretty excited for this game. I think it's going to be a great one. Great potential. You know, when it comes to a lot of the other tight games coming up this slate, this one feels kind of the most. I could go either way. I can make a case for either side. You know, I'm excited. I'll be locked into that one for sure. Arkansas at Tennessee. What's Arkansas going to look like? You know, old head coach. I don't know all the details, so I apologize if this is insensitive, but was like hammered, driving around his little college mistress on a moped, fucking crashed. I hope she's okay. Is she dead? Do you guys know if she died? Matt, do you know that? I'll look it up. I'll figure it out. You don't know about that? The Arkansas, all right, quick breakdown. I'll put more details somewhere on the screen. But the Arkansas OC was their head coach. She didn't die. She's straight. You know she's straight. All right, cool. Yeah, I'll make fucking jokes about it then. I mean, I just saw a coup. I just saw the goddamn red wedding in that Notre Dame game. The OC fucking let it all fly to get his chance back in the spotlight. Virginia Tech and UCLA both fired their head coaches, and then they covered the next week. And, I mean, UCLA just upset Penn State. So that's all you got to know about that. I'm pretty interested to see if Arkansas, with this explosive offense, I mean, don't let last week fool you. Taylor Green is a monster. All right. They have every chance to win this game. Or every possibility, I should say. We'll see. Obviously, they could get fucking boat raced by Tennessee. But, I mean, maybe this guy's got some shit in the back pocket. Maybe he's been waiting for this fucking moment, scheming in the corner, rubbing his hands together. I'll be watching. Georgia at Auburn, small line. I don't think Auburn has a fucking chance, but it's going to be a good game. I'll be watching. If you want to take Auburn and your only argument is, oh, it's a tough place to play at night, dude, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Please take that action with me. I'll give you the fucking line. DM me, comment on the video, and I will give you Auburn in the points. That is the only fucking reason you have to take Auburn in this game. But again, I will be watching. I hope it's close. I'll be watching. South Carolina at LSU. What's LSU going to do? What's LSU going to do? I mean, South Carolina, another team that you just cannot count out quite yet. Can't do it. Can't do it. Ohio State at Illinois. Is Ohio State just going to roll everyone all year? Is Illinois just going to be kind of okay all year? You know, we're entering that point in the season where a lot of people are going to get exposed. A lot of people are going to get popped for one, a right cross that you just weren't really ready for, had your guard up to the left and just got caught on the chin. This is the next this week and the next one or two. There's going to be a lot of crazy shit going on. So don't fucking start getting lazy, going grocery shopping at 3:30 on fucking Saturday. Just go, walking away to do some laundry, do the dishes, fucking lock into some ball, man. Be prepared. And then UF at Texas A&M. Do it again. Do it again. You're another 7.5-point dog. You're traveling this week a little harder, but get the team fired up. Stay fired up. Lagway, stay locked in. You know what I'm saying? D-line, O-line, stay locked in. Keep us coming. I think Texas A&M is much better than Texas. I was way more confident about that Texas game than I am about this one. But that being said, I'm gonna let Florida ride. I'm gonna let Florida ride. I will watch the games regardless. I will root for you regardless. I will be pissed on shitty play calling regardless. I will be hype on deep bombs regardless. Fucking give me some good ball. Give me some good ball. That's all I'm asking for. That's all I'm asking for. That being said, you know the rule that I break occasionally. If I didn't talk about it and you're wondering why, it's probably because I bet on it. So we're going to get into the bets. I got 11 of them this week. I have a small feeling I'm going to get kind of fucking violated this week, but can't let that stop you. Can't let that stop you. You got to power through. You got to power through. We're just going to start off hot. I'm taking Mizzou +3, hosting Alabama. Everything in my gut tells me Alabama is going to easily cover this game. Easily. But there's something in the fucking back of my head that just really wants me on Mizzou. Really wants me on Mizzou. First of all, Ahmad Hardy's a fucking monster. Monster. This guy's got like 750 yards already. He's averaging 7.1 a carry right now. It's hard to fucking complain about that if you're a Mizzou fan. Real hard to complain about that. And then you got the defense. First of all, they're coming off a bye, which can't hurt. But this defense, second in the country in opposing QB completion percentage. First in the country, opponent yards per game. First in the country, offensive time of possession. First in the country by a mile on like opposing rushing yards per game. I mean, you read stats like this, and then you think with your brain, and you're like, Bama's going to smoke these fools. Mizzou's overrated. I read all these stats, and it makes me want to hate myself if I take Bama on a gut, and then Mizzou just covers or wins outright. I can't do it. I'm not going to let myself be put in that position. I'm going to take Mizzou +3 at home. I'm going to let them ride. If it was 2.5, I would have gone money line. So I'll take the 3. I don't want to push here, though. I'll say that for sure. I don't want to push. I want a nice, competitive, hard game. I want Mizzou defense to fucking get aggressive, try and shut down Ty Simpson. The Alabama running game has not been great. If you can kind of stifle that and then get some pressure on Simpson, drop that completion percentage a little bit. He's been on fire recently. If you can rattle him, I think this game is well within your grasp. What they call a puncher's chance. I think it's perfectly there for you guys to take. So that's the first bet. Next bet, another respect bet. Had a couple of these this year already. They've gone pretty well for me. I'm going back to Akron. Akron Zips, birthplace LeBron James. I'm taking them plus 11, hosting Miami of Ohio. Is what it is. Respect bet. You know, I'm gonna take someone minus 8.5 against you, and you're gonna beat them outright at home, and then have a following home game against a Miami of Ohio team that I really just don't think is all too special. Yeah, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. Fucking lose by 7. I don't give a shit. But you got my money. You got my money. Now, that being said, the respect bets are not totally respected this week. Arizona State or Arkansas State, my bad. They're on a bye week. Can't bet them. Obviously, they beat Texas State. And then Ball State is traveling to Western Michigan. I'm not touching that shit. I'm not touching that shit. You got to have a gaydar when you look at some of these G5 games. And when I look at Ball State, Western Michigan, I don't want fucking anything to do with it. Anything to do with it. So if Ball State covers, my bad. But Akron's going to get the respect bet in week 7. Next bet I've got G5 matchup of the week by far matchup of the week. And it's coming to us on a Friday night. USF is traveling to the Mean Green Machine, University of North Texas. And this game's going to be fucking awesome. If you're not doing something Friday night, tune into this goddamn game. Tune into this goddamn game. Deep inside of you, if you're not a little excited about this game, seeing what's going to happen, maybe you're a fair weather college football guy, man. Maybe if you don't want to see USF powerhouse this season, travel to UNT, a team scoring like 40 plus a game, for a little -1, +1 action. Do you really love the sport? Do you really love the sport deep down? You know what I'm saying? You can love your girl all weekend if you want. But when she wakes up next to you, Monday morning, no makeup on, and you're trying to play some fucking Call of Duty and that bitch won't shut up, you still love her then? Because that's what USF UNT is giving to you. That love has to run deep, man. And when it does, you get rewarded with shit like this, with USF UNT getting fired up for fucking Friday night matchups, man. G5 shit. I wanted to bet UNT so bad in this game. So bad in this game. I watched like 30 to 40 minutes of UNT tape yesterday, Tuesday night after work. Wasting my time. That team is awesome. I knew they were awesome, but I got to trust the USF record. Just have to. You smoke Boise, then you go beat Florida, then you get handled by Miami, but Miami seems to be a level this year. I'm going to trust the resume. I'm going to trust the defense. I'm going to trust the tackling. I'm going to expect a turnover or two, and I'm going to ride with USF -1. That's what I got for you. Next, I'm taking Utah -6, hosting ASU. I've talked about ASU basically almost every week because every game seems to be close with ASU. They seem to just fight and fight and fight, all these nail biters. I think it's about time they get kind of blown out in one of these. I had Utah 2 weeks ago as well, I believe, covered handedly. I think it's going to happen. I think ASU either wins this one outright and another nail biter, or they lose by like 7 to 20. A lot of people aren't going to agree with that, but you can only win so many one-score games before someone just punches you in the mouth and you're a little hazy. And then you look up and it's the fourth quarter and you're down 21, score garbage time, lose by 14. Just kind of how it works sometimes. Moving on, I've got another doubleheader. I've had a couple of these this year. I believe we're undefeated on the doubleheader so far. And I'm going right back to the same team I had last time. I'm going to my boys, Eastern Michigan. I don't care what happened in that Buffalo game. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for fighting so goddamn hard to get to OT and go for 2 to win the game in the first place. Now, listen to me, coach. Don't get fucking short just because that 2-point didn't work out. You gotta man up. You got to ride with that mentality all fucking year. You got to make it happen. And this week, you're hosting NIU. Back-to-back home games, had an embarrassment last week to lose. And now you got a team you are well capable of beating coming in. Put up some fucking points. I'm gonna do it. And then I have the over. It was the same thing last time I took the doubleheader. It was Eastern Michigan, money line or spread, and then the over. I'm doing it again. It's only 48. It's not a lot of points. Eastern Michigan loves to score. I've said this every time I talked about them. Their offense really is not that bad. It's not as bad as it should be. And even though NIU doesn't like to score, this is by far the worst defense they have seen so far this year. They played a couple P4 teams. The other G5 guys they played have had like top 60, 70 defenses. Eastern Michigan is still floating in the hundreds. It's probably not going to get any better all year. They're still floating there. But I'm going to take the over. Give me like 28, 27. Oh, wait. No, I have money line. Yeah, give me 28, 27 EMU. Something like that. Something type 30, 27, 30, 24. Even a 25, 24. I don't know how the fuck we get there, but give me any of that and I'll take it. Next, I've got Georgia Tech. Minus 14.5. Hosting Virginia Tech. I just like Georgia Tech. I like them a lot. Virginia Tech has seemed better since getting rid of their head coach, but Georgia Tech is coming off a bye. Everyone's kind of gotten quiet about them. Haynes King, right back at it, buddy. Right back at it. Not going to let up for in-conference play. Not going to do it. If you're Georgia Tech right now, you have wide eyes for the ACC champ. I mean, you guys can legitimately fucking make a run at that thing this year if you don't fuck it up. If Georgia Tech does not fuck up and keeps playing like they've been playing, you have a very serious shot at an ACC title game. That's no joke. So don't fucking let up an ACC play. 14.5. I wish I didn't have that hook. 13.5, I'd feel awesome about. 14.5 is a little sketch. I just missed betting on Georgia Tech, and that bye week is fucking. It's getting me fired up to bet on them again. Next, I've got Northwestern at Penn State, plus 22. Northwestern is not that great, but Oregon didn't beat them by 20. And Penn State, I don't trust you for shit right now. Yeah, you could come out and win by 50, but are you going to score 50 points? I don't think so. I don't fucking think so. Win by 18, 20, 21, I don't give a fuck. It's just when you do shit like this and you lose to 0-4 UCLA, I'm gonna bet against you the next week. Who knows what's going through those guys' heads right now? And I'm gonna take advantage of it. Hopefully. Northwestern is not that good. It could just get blown out. Whatever. I'm gonna do it. Next bet, Texas Tech minus 13.5 hosting Kansas. This is another one of those bets that I really don't like now that we're recording. I put it in immediately, thought about it, started doubting it. Texas Tech has covered every single game so far this year. They're 5-0 against the spread, and the law averages is just a thing. It's just a thing. It is. And Kansas is not a bad team, man. Kansas is going to lose a lot more games this year. I promise you they're going to lose a lot more games this year, but they're not bad. They're going to pop one or two of these guys. They will. Absolutely. This could be a nail biter, and Tech wins by like 7 or 6. For sure. The smart money, in my opinion, would go the other way. But the money's locked. Texas Tech is hot. We'll just ride them for now. I kind of have to. We'll just ride them for now. But I don't love that one. Indiana, plus 7.5 at Oregon. Not the most favorites this week. Penn State, again, coming back to Penn State, I don't know how much I want to discredit that Oregon win from them after what Penn State did. I don't want to take too much away. I really don't. But this thesis is coming off of 2 games. It's coming off of that now shittier Penn State team win that you had to take them to double OT. And then it's coming off that Indiana-Illinois game. I mean, Indiana's going to be the best pass offense Oregon's seen all year by far. Like, by far. Just hoping they can kind of keep it close. Now it's at Oregon once again, just like this Bama game, just like this T-Tech game. Smart money's probably going the other way. But the bets got in early. You felt a certain way when you put them in, and you got to ride. You can't turn your back on them. Can't turn your back on them. And then I got one more to finish this off. I've got TCU -1.5 hosting Kansas State. Kansas State's been coming up. They were absolute dog shit first couple weeks of the season. They seem to be getting better. Genuinely. They genuinely seem to be getting better. That being said, TCU, I like this team. I like this team a lot. And I'll probably keep betting on them throughout the year. That's kind of it on that one. You know, some games you just kind of see the line and you're like, that's it? Doesn't feel like a trap line? Take it. Take it. There's 11 bets for the next week. I would love to be positive this week. Like I said, I have my premonitions about how it might go. But, I mean, I'm back in Florida gear. We caught a dub. I'm on top of the world. You know, what does it really matter? What does it really matter? Week 6, the boys. Not as good as week 5, but still not bad. Still not bad. We had a lot of call-ins. Going to kind of get through them a little quicker. Bulgogi went 3-1. Only lost on that backdoor cover out of Vandy. Tough one. Or out of Alabama, but in that Vandy game. Tough one to lose on. But still went 3-1. Bulgogi moves to 8-3. You have the best record on the channel. You have the best record on the channel, Bulgogi. Give my kudos to you. Give my kudos to you. Another man on fire, Dr. Nitro. Got his full name back last week, and he said, fuck it. It was never about the name. It was about the money. I'm going to sweep again. Another 3-0 week out of Dr. Nitro. Moving to 8-4 on the year. Huge turnaround out of this guy. Huge turnaround out of this guy. I mean, it's fucking awesome. It's fucking great. Dr. Spread'em, his arch nemesis, who Dr. Nitro may not even know exists at this point. But Dr. Spread'em opened with a 2-2 debut. Not bad. After what we've seen out of debuts on this channel, 2-2 is really not bad. 2-2 all time. This is his first week. LeDrew, Mr. Single Bet Special, 0-1. Way to take Penn State. Way to take Penn State. Piece of shit. Piece of shit. Fuck you, LeDrew. Honestly. Again, I don't know what gets me so angry about you, LeDrew, but we're going into week 7 here, and I see 2-3 on your overall record. It'd be a different story if you were 5-0, 4-1, putting out max unit locks, you know, really going in. But, I mean, you lose on Penn State -25.5 last week, and they lose outright. Possibly, if not, maybe the biggest upset of the entire year when it's all said and done. And you got 4 other bets to fucking back you up, asshole, dickhead, cocksucker. Fucking kick rocks, man. Eat sand, LeDrew. Give me some fucking more fire. I've watched so much football with you, man. I've watched so much football with you. How many beers have we killed sitting on a couch Saturday or Sunday just watching football all day? 1 million, dude. I know you put more goddamn bets in than this. You don't have to wait till goddamn Friday every single time to put these bets in. Toss me a 3-piece. Toss me some foreplay, LeDrew. Comrade Nichols, you suck ass again. Fuck, man. I'm sorry you're coming right after LeDrew and you get me fired up. But, yeah, you went 0 for 2. You went 0 for 2. You lost a football game before the show even came out last week, Thursday night. That's not your fault. That's just the logistics of the show, something we'll have to work on. But you moved to 2-7. You moved to 2-7. You have the second worst record on the show so far. Got to give me something. Got to give me something, Comrade Nichols. For as much of a dickhead you are about some things sports-related, you got to be better at gambling. You have to. 2-7 is not going to cut it. Directive in his debut gave a 6 slate. Popper went 4-2. Went 4-2. Best debut on the show by far. Best debut on the show by far. 4-2. Got to take it. Mr. 6 here. You like Comrade Nichols, but nice. You like Comrade Nichols, but my friend, Mr. 6 here. I like you a lot more than I like that fucking radical box muncher, dude, in Comrade Nichols. You went 0-2 as well, and you moved to 1-8. Only but slightly worse than Comrade Nichols, and mostly but definitely the worst record on the channel. I mean, it's honestly impressive. It's honestly impressive that you're 1-8. Biko Roscoe coming back after a 0-3 debut, missing a week on me, and then coming back in with 4 plays and a little foreplay. You went 2-2. Not bad, man. Not bad. You don't love 500 because you're losing to the juice, but you definitely take it if you have to. If you have to, you definitely take it. You moved to 2-5 on the year. An easily bounce backable record. And then J Money, another 2-2. A lot of 2-2s this week, strangely. J Money put out 4 plays for the first time last week. Split them. One of them was a plus money, Western Kentucky, plus 115, I believe. Quote me if I'm wrong. On some weekday, night action. Way to not take the over, J Money. You moved to 6-4. Not a bad record. Good record. Could be better. But that was the boys last week. Overall, not terrible. Overall, not great. We'll see what they have coming into what should be amplified slate for this week. That being said, before we get into their bets for this week, we got a new segment. We're going to call this one Underdog Moneyline or something else. I don't know. I said I would create another name for the boys, and I've just been calling them the boys since. It is the laziest name possible. So I don't know if I'll come up with a new one for this one. I might not. What are you going to do about it? Fucking sue me. Underdog Moneyline. It's going to be a point system. All right? We're going to force every call-in to take an underdog money line, meaning plus money. I don't want any +1, -105 money lines. Get the fuck out of here. It's a pick 'em, dude. It's a pick 'em. All right? None of that. Plus, and a number you have to take. It's not going to count towards your overall record. If you win it, you're going to get whatever those odds were added to your total score. You win a +115, your score is 115. By the end of the season, meaning rivalry weekend, whoever's got the most points, you're going to get some free play for the playoffs. You're going to get a nice cash prize to gamble with come playoffs. Put that on a natty future, put that on a single game, and then cash out or roll it into another one. I don't give a fuck what you do. But you're going to get some goddamn free play. So I'm excited to see what the team has to bring for that. Nice little segment to kind of just spice up what we have going on. That being said, I'm going to get involved. And for my bet, I'm going right to the G5. I just got burned on two touchdown favorites and 1 8.5 favorite getting beaten outright. I'm sticking to the G5. I'm going Temple visiting Navy or hosting Navy. My bad, even better. I'm taking them +280 outright. +280 outright. Temple is my upset pick of the week. Navy's undefeated. Kind of a clear favorite in their conference. Fuck it. I like the way Temple's balling, man. I like the way the Owls are playing. And they're going to be my underdog money line play of the week. That being said, we're going to go ahead and get to the boys. And I'm going to start us off with that man I seem to hate so much, LeDrew. He's got more picks for us this week, but I'll see what he has to say. I'm going to go to him right now.
LeDrew is back. I got one message to all the haters that were saying Penn State and James Franklin suck, that they can't do it, that they're terrible. The haters were right. I was wrong. Just got to get that out there. Fuck Penn State. Bunch of child molesting Sandusky lovers out there. But with that, we move on. Got 2 plays this week. First one is going to be Texas Tech and Kansas over 59.5. Both teams have a good offense. Just need Jalen Daniels to score some points. I know Texas Tech's defense is pretty good, but I like the over, 59.5. With the second play, we're going with the underdog Michigan money line. Going to USC this week. I don't think we need the points. I think Michigan gets it done. Bryce Underwood's good. Heisman winner next year. Lock it in.
You keep finding ways to piss me off, man. You keep finding ways to piss me off, Ledger. One, thanks for coming in with 2 plays, I guess. That's an improvement. But what the fuck, man? Huh? I mean, it's just like I had to like clarify with you that you wanted Michigan money line to be on your slate and your underdog money line. Why are we doing that? Why are we doing that? Just find another fucking underdog money line, man. If you like, first of all, they're plus 115. So let's not act like you're going crazy here. You're doing something nutty. Man, you're taking the 15th ranked team in the nation, traveling to an undefeated USC, or not undefeated, an unranked USC team, and you're taking a money line at like a 2.5 point dog. You're like, put that on the slate, and that's my underdog money line. I feel, please, man, that's what I want. How about this, you fucking dumbass? You give me 3 plays, Michigan money line's one of it, and then just throw some bullshit out for the underdog, man. Just throw some bullshit out. It's not that fucking hard. It's not that fucking hard. It's fucking Wednesday night. You're not that busy, dude. You're not that fucking busy. You're sitting here watching playoff baseball. You got a minute and a half between fucking innings, and there's 9 of them, motherfucker. Look at the slate for half a second. Give me something else. Just give me something else. You want to fucking double dip like this? I'll give it to you, you fucking pussy. But figure it out next week, man. Just some of the small stuff. Some of the small stuff that just pisses me off, man. I'd rather watch a motherfucker I got money on miss a 22-yard field goal because he sucks ass at football and he's on scholarship than have to deal with you and fucking argue back and forth about double dipping on Michigan plus 2.5 money line, dude. It's whatever. Comrade Nichols, you got to win some. You're coming back, giving some more plays. I appreciate you taking the time out of work to send in your video. But I'm going to go ahead and I'll let you speak for yourself. Here you go.
All right. No other way around it. We've been shit. We've been so bad. I'm at work right now, so we're going to make it quick. I'm 0 for a million on this show. 2 above 500. 2 above 500 overall on the record. Charlotte Army over 47 and a half. Indiana, Oregon, over 55 and a half. FAU, UAB, over 68 and a half. Let's have a weekend, fellas.
All right. Appreciate you, comrade. Appreciate you coming in with 3 overs. Interesting. First of all, Army and UAB burned me last week. So the fact that you bet on both of them in 2 separate bets, I'm a little nervous for you. I'm a little nervous for you on that one. I am rooting for you because I hate to see people lose on this channel. You know, I care about you, even though you don't care about me, motherfucker. Even though you have no heart, comrade. I still like you. Now, his underdog money line, once again, another guy that just didn't quite understand the rules. He was busy, so I get it. He gave me Hawaii money line. I believe they're hosting Utah State at like 11 p.m. plus 100. Barely within threshold, but I'll give it to you, brother. Hawaii plus 100. It's all you. I'll let it happen. Let's get into the heavy hitters. Let's kind of recoup a little bit of the down energy and go to a guy, Bulgogi, who is on fire. Best record in the channel. So I'm going to listen to this guy. I'm going to pay attention. I hope you do too. Let's see what he has to say right now.
What's going on, guys? It's Bulgogi here. Just quickly, we're going to recap last week, 3-1. I'm really pissed that we did not sweep. Our loss was Vanderbilt plus 11.5. If you weren't watching the game, it was a really bad beat. It was 4th and 2, 26 seconds left. Bama has the ball. They burst out for a rushing touchdown, like over 30 yards, instead of kneeling it out and ending the game. This is just a bad beat. It's gambling. It happens. it is what it is. But we move on. Another slate here, full ranked matchups, guys. I'm not betting on Western to Kentucky or whatever. No one's watching these games. We want to bet the sharpest lines, the best games on the slate. These are all going to be my picks, ranked matchups. First game is going to be Alabama -3 at 110 odds. -110 odds against Mizzou, rank 14. Next pick is going to be Georgia Auburn under 46.5 at -110 odds. Also taking Georgia -3.5 at +100 odds. Next pick is going to be USC moneyline -130 versus ranked Michigan. And then my last pick is going to be South Carolina 9.5 -110 odds against ranked 11 LSU. Night game in Death Valley. It's going to be a crazy environment. I love this pick. My underdog pick is also going to be South Carolina money line +300. I guess the host wants money line picks every week. They're not going to count my Florida +210 pick, underdog pick. I don't know why. I think, they want to make it harder on me, but that was the biggest dog on this channel so far, and I was the only one to pick it. But it's all right. Good luck, everybody.
All right. Like this guy. Have liked this guy. Will like this guy. Bulgogi's a monster. Bulgogi's a monster. A little too racist for my liking. If I could do something about Bulgogi, I might do that. But damn, is he good at betting on football, man. So even trade off, in my opinion. You're coming back with 4 bets. All right. 4 bets. I'll take that all day. I love foreplay. Quick comment on your Florida dog underdog or Florida money line underdog +210, 220, 230, whatever it was. That's unfortunate for you. But way the cookie breaks. You're honestly the reason we brought up this new segment. So keep putting out bangers and then win yourself some cash at the end. I know how much you bet. I will not be giving out that much of my own fucking money. I'll tell you that right now. So don't get too excited if you're in the lead, because your units are much higher than I'm willing to spend on a YouTube channel that gets 30 to 40 views a week. All right, buddy? It's about the love of the game, Bulgogi. The love of the game. Be happy you're a part of it, man. Come on. Buy in, man. Buy in. South Carolina +300. I don't mind that at all. Fuck LSU, man. Fuck LSU. That team is dog water. Love to see that hit for you. +300 will put you well ahead of the crowd if that one bangs starting the week. Now, I got a guy who, if he hits, is going to go a little crazy. We got Biko Roscoe coming back in for another week. Got a pretty big slate this week, which I love at him. I'll let him talk about it. Let's see what he has to say.
What's good? It's your boy Biko Roscoe. Finally got some dubs under the belt. Feeling good. Still negative on the year, but you know what? We rise and we conquer. First, I just want to address Gators, Miami. Great job last week. Fuck Alabama. Fuck them. Vandy should have covered that, and they were just garbage time bullshit. And then also fuck Oklahoma, because how do you not get a fucking field goal against Kent State with your fucking third stringers in? You won 44-0. You couldn't make it 47-0? Fucking morons. But with that being said, let's get into this week. We're going to start off with NC State +22.5 versus Notre Dame. Should be a good game. Probably going to get blown out, but a lot of points. Next, I have the Gators +7.5 versus Texas A&M. Fucking Billy's got his back against the wall, and he's fighting. So Let's hope we get another dub here. And then next I have Georgia at Auburn over 45.5. Should be a dog fight. And I know I said fuck Oklahoma, but I'm taking them plus 1.5 versus Texas. Archie Manning, I think he's had a bum shoulder, and I think their season is just crumbling right in front of them, and I think this could be the nail in the coffin. So Oklahoma plus 1.5. And then finally, for our blowout alert, we've got Ole Miss minus 32.5 versus Washington State. I think they should win by 50. So those are my plays for the week, and let's ride.
Biko, 5 picks. Anyone wants to come on the show and just let 5 picks fling, you will not hear a complaint from me. Unless all 5 of your picks somehow fade me perfectly. Yeah, you'll hear something. But I'm not against any of these. First of all, betting on Florida again. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Come on. Bet on Florida all day. I'll take that all day on the channel. You got 2 massive spreads, 2 small spreads and over, and then a man who understands the spirit of the underdog challenge coming in with NC State money line at plus 1,000. Hell fucking yeah, brother. Hell fucking yeah, brother. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Will that shit hit? Hell no. Is that shit awesome? Hell yes. That's all we got to know about that. That's all we got to know about that. Way to come in with fucking energy, man. Another guy, I mean, he swept 2 weeks in a row. Will he do it again? He's coming in with a big slate this week, comparatively. Let's see what Dr. Nitro has to say.
All right, Nick. I'm your Robin. We ride together at midnight, baby. I'm all for it, baby. Let's go. Dr. Nitro back. Gonna like the picks this week, all right? I gotta check my notes here. I've got a lot, all right? Starting off, Alabama minus 3.5 at Missouri. Mizzou's not that good. It will be good atmosphere. I think that game is, I think it's a noon game. Maybe I'm wrong, but if it is, Missouri maybe a little sleepy. Fans getting in late. Alabama's been rolling. I like them minus 3.5 on the road. Next up, Big 12 action, Iowa State, Colorado. They're not that great this year. Big 12, anybody can win on any given weekend, especially in the Big 12. But we're going to get minus 3.5 Iowa State. Hammer it. All right, next up, TCU at Kansas State. All right, another Big 12 action. Again, on the road, TCU, high-octane power. Jesus. High-octane offense, passing, power football, minus 1.5. Take it. Next up, Texas Tech, minus 14.5. It's a lot of points, Texas Tech. Big oil, baby. That's all I got to say. Big oil. Huge defensive line. Great defense. Good offense. They're going to steamroll. They're home. Kansas didn't look that great against UCF. They should have lost that game. UCF kind of threw that game. Minus 14.5. I like the points. And then last on my slate is Cincinnati minus 10.5. Okay. Again, drinking my own medicine. It's kind of working. All right. They lost Kansas. They lost K-State. We're going to lose at Cincinnati. Cincinnati's rolling right now. Everyone's saying, oh, it's a letdown spot. No. That game's a noon game. We're going to be very tired. We do not play well on the road at noon. Just telling you that. Take Cincy minus 10.5. All right. I've got 2 more picks for you for my underdog picks. Now, it depends on the book, but I've got South Florida plus 1.5, right? Kind of almost even money line, but I've got them right now plus 1.5. I got them earlier in the week at plus 1.5. Take it. They're on the road. They win this by a touchdown or more. I might take them alt points minus 7.5. And last but not least, Oklahoma plus 1.5. Mateer playing. Mateer's not playing. I don't care. Arch sucks. Texas sucks. Texas is not back. They belong in the Big 12. They're not an SEC ready team. Oklahoma's more ready than them this year. Oklahoma makes the playoffs, makes a run at the SEC championship, and may make a run in the deep playoffs depending on how healthy Mateer is. Take them plus 1.5 in the Red River. All right, folks. See you next week.
Dr. Nitro, I can respect the 5-play slate. I like how you're starting to ramp things up. Maybe you're getting a little too big for your britches. You know, you sweep back-to-back weeks saying shit like tell me or don't. I don't give a fuck. I'm Dr. Nitro. I got all my letters back. My hog is large, which it is. Me and Dr. Nitro used to play intramural soccer together, and he insisted the team shower together as a bonding experience. I think that's because he just wanted to show everyone his massive hog. But I wasn't complaining. You want to sweep back-to-back weeks and then shoot me a little five play, a little fiver. Yeah, maybe we should go play some more soccer, huh? Hit the parks. I'll bring my shower slippers, Dr. Nitro. We can get back in it. That being said, your balls have shrunk with USF plus 105. Honestly, way to snipe the line early. The USF was plus money for like a day. So way to get after that. But yeah, I know the type of guy you are. I know some of the bets you put in. And the best you could give me on an underdog money line that doesn't count towards slate is plus 105, man. You were maybe 2 hours away from that being like minus 108, minus 105. I'm a little disappointed in that. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a little disappointed in that. For a guy that I know had money on USF money line when they played Florida as like a 17-point dog, this disappoints me a little bit. But like I said, the winners get their flowers, the losers get their pile of dog shit. I don't know on the channel, so I'm not gonna get too fired up about you, Dr. Nitro. I appreciate you, and I hope you win your bets, considering we share 2 of them this week. So, come on. Next, I will go to Dr. Nitro's arch nemesis, Dr. Spread'em. He's coming back in with some more plays. Quick comment on Dr. Spread'em: the audacity to send me a 6-minute long fucking video about your picks. Who the fuck do you think you are? Dude, this video is going to be like an hour long and you feel the right to 10% of that cut? Fuck no, you do not. I don't know if I'm going to chop at the pits. I don't know if I'm going to put it at like 1.5 speed and just let the whole thing rip. We'll see. But fuck off with that. Never again with that shit, Dr. Spread'em. I don't care what type of work you do. You're not getting near my sister anyway, dude. So fucking never again with that. So I'm gonna sit here still. I'll figure out that shit later, and it'll cut back, and we'll go to the next one. Ready?
What is up, Cover 2 Blitz? Dr. Spread'em here again. Sorry about the audio issues last week. Got the new Apple AirPod 4s. You can see if that makes it a little bit better this week. But first of all, we need to address Dr. Nitro. I ripped him last week after his first week of the season, and then he went and swept again. So I would like to take this moment to apologize to absolutely fucking nobody. All right, a broken clock is right twice a day. There's your 2 sweeps. Got them out of your system, and it's just going to be awful from here on out. Back to our regularly scheduled programming from Dr. Nitro. So not looking forward to hearing what he has to say. Anyways, recap of last week. Went 2-2. Not great. Could have been a lot worse though. The GOAT Manny Diaz and his Fighting Dukes, probably the easiest cover of all time. I mean, it was, even when they were down 21-7, it was never a doubt. And I think they won by like 30. So whoever made that minus 3.5 line or whatever bullshit it was, minus 2.5, thank you. Thanks for the free money. Texas Tech, another easy cover. For they ever not covering that game? I don't know. It was just not close. Florida and Texas under. I was there in person for that game. I was actually there with Mr. Cover 2 himself, and the directive, and Lay Drew, and of course, my beautiful girlfriend. And let me tell you, I do not give a fuck that bet lost. I've never been happier to lose a bet. That game was fucking awesome. My voice is still recovering. And I was right about the turnovers. I mean, I think we had 4 turnovers, 5 if you count the pump block, that led to at least double-digit points, I'm pretty sure. But whatever, don't care. The other over I bet, hand up. Mississippi State, Texas A&M. Mississippi State is just as bad, if not worse, than what everybody thought. And that's on me. That over never had a chance. But on to this week. I went 2-0 on spreads and 0-2 on totals. I mean, they call me Dr. Spread'em for a reason, I guess. Stick to spreads, buddy. No more totals. So that being said, I have 5 bets for you all this week. That's right, we are throwing in more bets. The first one, UCLA and Michigan. No, UCLA Michigan State, over 55.5. I'm not giving up on the totals. I don't know, man. UCLA, they might have found some magic with that new play caller. They upset Penn State. We know that UCLA defense is Swiss cheese. So if that new play caller can keep balling, we might see a lot of points in this one. Second bet, Georgia at Auburn. Georgia minus 3.5. This kind of seems like a trap line, if I'm going to be honest, especially being at Auburn in Jordan Hare. But I'm going with my gut. My gut tells me Georgia minus 3.5. I'm in guts all day, every day. I kind of know my way around. Third bet, we got USF minus 1.5 at North Texas. This is another gut play. I think there's a G5 favorite, probably going to be the G5 representation in the playoff. Seems like a no-brainer. Minus 1.5. That's what's kind of scary. But I think that one should be pretty easy again. Fourth bet of the week, Fresno State minus 6.5 at Colorado State. Don't know much about this game. I just know that this bet is positive EV. Guys, trust me. Fresno State minus 6.5 at Colorado State. Positive EV. Take it and never look back. The fifth and final bet. FSU. Coming off a 2-game skid. I think they've lost 7 ACC games in a row now. 7. I think 9 of their last 10 ACC games they've lost. They're hosting Pitt this week. Looking to get back on track. I think they're 10.5 point favorites over Pitt at home. So for my fifth bet, give me Pitt money line. Mini Mike Norvell doesn't have a team full of 7th-year seniors to save on this fucking year. So the losing streak continues. Pitt money line, plus 300. See you next fucking week.
And we're back. Hopefully that went well. Don't know what it looks like right now. We're just going to keep moving. My favorite guy on the channel, Mr. Court Jester, Mr. 6th year, is coming back in for more plays. This man is scared of nothing except for winning bets. Mr. 6 years coming back to us some more. Let's see what he has to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back again, another week. Mr. 60-year clown went 0-2 again. Shocker. I know, can't ever win. Thought we were gonna turn it around, but clearly not the case. So, we're just gonna cut right to the chase real quick this week. I got 3 bets for you. I got the Georgia spread minus 3.5. I have the Oklahoma money line. I actually really confident. Kind of really banking on Mateer being good to go. On that, it's a plus money line. So we love money. Hopefully Mateer plays, and that I think is gonna be another easy one. Texas looked abysmal versus Florida, and then Homer. Bet for me, I got Bama minus 3.5 versus Missouri. I think it'll be a tight game, but I'm pretty confident we'll be able to cover that. And then the bonus bet, I think we're doing a new thing this week with challenge amongst the boys in the show. But I got UCLA money line plus 260 is what I got it at. They got a new coach. They just beat Penn State. Granted, James Franklin is a fraud. But they did just beat Penn State, so they're 1-4. I think maybe they'd ride that hot seat they're on, and they win another game, pull another one for us. Thanks.
I got to give it to you, man. That was awesome. One, thanks for not sharing any of my bets this week. You fucked me last week on Western Kentucky, Delaware. You fucked me on that over. Don't ever take any of my bets ever again. Please, man. Please. Secondly, that clown costume was fucking awesome. That was great. Some people have asked me, why is Mr. 6 year on the channel? This guy can't win money. Why is Mr. 6 year a part of this? Boot that guy. This is why he's a part of this. No one else would think about doing some shit like this for the channel. I don't know if he had that clown costume. I don't know if he went and bought it. All I know is he fucking put it on, took the time to throw a little music behind it. That music was not me. That was all him. And come back at us with 3 more plays. How can you hate that? And then you're gonna ride UCLA again at Michigan State for your underdog money line at plus 260? No plus 100 shit? How can you hate shit like this? I was talking about that love of the game earlier in this USF-UNT game. Mr. 6 year, whether or not he is the book's best friend, has that love of the game. And I'm not going to take a man like that off the channel if he wants to be here. I appreciate it. I appreciate it deeply, and I will continue to reward it with airtime should he keep coming with shit like that. What a fantastic time. We've had 2 costumes on the channel. One was me for the most electric episode of all time last week, and then Mr. Six here just out of the woodworks for what might be my favorite call-in of the year so far. That's fucking awesome. That's great, dude. That's great. I love it. I love it. That being said, I'll keep moving. We got 2 more. Another guy who slipped a little bit last week, hoping to make a comeback, coming in with some more foreplay. Come on the back. It's Jay. Oh, he only has 3. That's my bad. I got overly excited about J Money yet again. What is it about J Money that gets me so excited? What is it about this guy? I'll let him talk for himself. I'm getting nervous now. Let's see what he has to say.
What's up, y'all? J Money here. Last week was a grind, but we ended 2-2, so 6-4 on the season. Let's keep the momentum going. Coming at you with some more foreplay again this week, and to have good foreplay, you can't go without some quality maction. My best bet of the week is the Ball State Western Michigan under 43.5 points. Western hangs their hat on defense and has the best unit in the conference on that side of the ball, while Ball State has been competitive in their last couple of games and play at a snail's pace with some uninspiring offense. Western doesn't exactly play fast either, so I don't see a way these teams get to 44. My next best bet of the week is Washington State plus 32.5 at Ole Miss. Both teams coming off a bye, but Ole Miss has a huge game next week between the hedges against Georgia, and Washington State will play at Virginia, so there's a chance they even stay on the East Coast. Huge look-ahead spot, and with Ole Miss being undefeated, they don't need style points here. Just need to get out of the game healthy. I think Wazoo has enough here to cover. My last best bet of the week is the Oregon Ducks minus 7.5 at home against Indiana. Going a little contrarian here, but I really like this Ducks team despite Penn State getting outplayed and beaten by UCLA last week. I think Indiana is a tad overvalued since they boat raced Illinois a few weeks back. Dante Moore is going to be your Heisman winner this year, and this is his moment at home to knock off yet another top 10 team. Fridge that, and if you want, take a future on Dante Moore. Why not? And last but certainly not least, my underdog moneyline bet of the week. I'm taking the Oregon State Beavers plus 120 at home against Wake Forest. Yes, you heard that right. This winless Oregon State team. This team has a lot of fight and has shown improvement each week. I like them to beat Wake Forest, who's traveling across the country on back-to-back road games. Oregon State is starving for a win, and they'll get it. Best of luck, y'all.
Attaboy. Attaboy. There are a couple guys that, you just kind of don't question. You let them spit their ball knowledge. It's J Money and Bulgogi, Dr. Nitro. He's starting to get there, although you get a hint. This guy's maybe a little more of a bullshitter than most. No dismay to that. No dismay to that. This whole channel's bullshit. So don't take that as a knock. But you get a vibe from guys like J Money, guys like Bulgogi, that it's a little more technicality involved, a little more analysis involved in what these guys do. Best defensive unit in the conference. My bad. I questioned him on that. You know what he said? He said, look it up. I'm not going to. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not gonna. I'll trust you, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for questioning you. J Money actively concealed carries everywhere he goes. I'm not fucking testing that guy. I'm not testing that guy. Dude, I saw this guy almost pop the head off a fucking mom of 4 in a Walmart one time because she was hogging the goddamn BOGO bear chicken nuggets. I'm not testing J Money. I'll tell you that right now. He came back in with 3 plays, and he's taken plus 120 winless Oregon State as his underdog money line. It's not a big number, but you're betting on a winless team to get their first win of the season. That will get me fired up. I'm not a tough guy to figure out, man. There are things that excite me, and there are things that don't. Betting on 0-4, 0-5, however many fucking games Oregon State has lost this year, betting on them to win will get me fired up. So I'll take it. Rooting for you. Rooting for all you guys. Some conflicting bets. We got some overs and unders going against each other. A lot of people on Bama, unfortunately, considering I have Mizzou. J Money on Oregon, unfortunate, considering I have Indiana. Bogo's got USC money line. I mean, LeDrew's got Michigan money line. A lot of fighting in the commons this week. And then we got one more. I want a quick comment. Something the directive spoke about last week, and that's our guy Skinny P. That's our guy Skinny P. Now, Skinny P is not the last caller. Skinny P has once again totally bitched out on giving a call in. Quick note: Skinny P is on vacation right now. He's on vacation, hanging out at Disney resorts. Let me ask you guys a question. Have you guys ever gone on vacation? Probably yes, right? Busy stuff. You want to have fun, want to have a good time. Yeah, tell me when on vacation you haven't had fucking 15 minutes to answer a text and send your buddy a minute voice memo. This guy got called out and doxxed live last week. Saw him in person at the Florida game. Talked about how much he loved the fucking channel, and then just didn't want to contribute this week. Oh, man, we're busy tonight. I think we're going to the pool. I think we're going to hang out with the family. Maybe get some dinner and then go swimming. You're a dude. You're a fucking I don't care if I have to bleep that. Fuck you. Fuck you, man. You could have done this Sunday. You could have done this Monday. You could have done this Tuesday. You could have done this Wednesday. Obviously, I do not give a fuck if you win bets or not. You are the only man to get directly called out on the fucking channel to be a part of it and not come through. Not come through. No one else has been called out. No one else has been called out, and yet no one else has disappointed the channel as much as you. Mr. Six here has a million times the heart you do when it comes to the love of the game. You remind me of the type of a guy who just stops watching games when your team sucks. We call you motherfuckers fair weather. Huh? Call you motherfuckers fair weather. The team loses a couple games and you want to just stop watching. You want to give up. Your homies come to you with the proposition to be a part of something fantastic in its birth, and you decide to just not be a part of it. You don't have 15 fucking minutes. You don't have 15 fucking minutes. I swear to God, if I find out you've jacked off over the last 4 days and you couldn't send me 2 to 3 fucking pics. I mean, look at goddamn LeDrew. LeDrew is doing the bare goddamn minimum, and he is yet still here every goddamn week. And you can't do it. You can't do it. What is it inside of you that makes you so soft and weak and cowardly, Skinny P, that you can't come through with a 65-second voice memo in text? Look at the slate. Unfortunately, in my rant about Skinny P, the video cut out. It is what it is. That's what I get for ranting about Skinny P for so damn long. Those hypotheticals about his mother and his sister were just unnecessary, uncalled for, even. But that's how you get me fired up emotionally, man. And I've had some time to calm down after resetting, realizing that the last 50 minutes of my time may have been for naught. And here we are. We're back. So you're going to get off easy this time, Skinny P. I have no idea how much of that rant got caught on camera. But it is what it is. We're going to keep rolling. That being said, we do have one more call in. One guy to finish off the show. And it's the directive. The directive is back for another week after the best debut on the channel. He's coming in with some more picks. I don't know how many. We're about to find out. Directive, are we ready? Let's see what he has to say.
Yeah, not on video this week. It is now midnight 30 as we are recording this, so just some audio today. Cover two said a lot. I was gonna go on a rant. I was gonna go off. I was gonna hammer on to Skinny P, but cover two kind of did that work for me.
He did, however, hammer on 2 others that I am going to further hammer on, starting with LeDrew.
Gay.
LeDrew, you're 2 and 3, okay? You're 2 and 3, and I'm not here to toot my own horn here, LeDrew. I did just debut last week. I gave a 6 Slater, a 6-pack, a 6-bagger, whatever you want to call it. I went 4 and 2. Okay, you're 2 and 3. I got double the wins, and I have more plays provided to this channel. And you've been going since week 2. You have given 1 play every single week, and it's truly. At first, I was a little embarrassed, not just for you, but for myself.
Your family.
And now it's just a little humiliating, LeDrew. You gave a big call-in last week. What'd you say? We are Penn State, 25.5, I believe. Well, I don't think, not only are you not Penn State, I don't think Penn State knows what Penn State is. So there's that. Expecting more from you again. Cover 2 already hammered it on it. Your bullshit fucking pick of Michigan counting twice is whatever. Cover 2 covered it. But now we're moving on to my least favorite. You could say borderline hatred. That is Comrade the Canuck fuck. Okay? That is Comrade the Canuck fuck.
Gay.
First off, he went 0 and 2. Secondly, he is 2 and 7. He's got more picks than LeDrew. We'll give him credit where credit's due. 2 and 7. I don't know if you guys knew this about Comrade. He is actually in the Canadian Communist Party. I don't know if you guys knew that. I don't know if he wanted you all to know that. But yeah, we do not associate with communists, unfortunately, in this scenario. He does happen to be one of our boys. It's unfortunate, really. I don't know if we have the footage. I believe we had the footage exists. I don't know if we have it on hand. Maybe we can cut it in. Back when we were schoolboys, back when we were school-age kids, there's actually footage of him walking through the school courtyard in a Hillary Clinton shirt. I know for sure he didn't want you guys to know that. But anyways, moving on. Oh, lastly, before I give my slate here, I'm really excited. I think I actually get to see Mr. 6 Year this Saturday, and that amps me up. I cannot wait for that, Mr. 6 Year.
Yeah.
Wow, that's gonna be awesome, Mr. 6 Year. God damn. All right, let's get into it. Before I start my slate, I'm just gonna start with the underdog pick here. Cover 2 went in. Cover 2 went in on Dr. Nitro, which means he went in on me because I'm actually the one that set the stage for this. I'm not gonna lie to you, they're not an underdog anymore. I caught him early. Like I always tell Cover 2, I'm always telling him he doesn't pay enough attention to the board. We were watching NFL Sunday. Wrong. I was watching NFL Sunday. He was in his room with his girlfriend. I was watching NFL Sunday, and I thought, you know what? Let me check out the board. And I found the University of South Florida Bulls were plus 105 at North Texas, and I fucking hammered it. So that's my underdog pick, plus 105. Caught them early. They're now favored. You got to be quick with it. But yeah. So trying to add to my 4 and 2 slate here, hoping to go 7 and 2. I got TCU minus 1.5. On the opposite here, on the oppo of cover 2, I got Alabama minus 3. Roll Tide, baby. And then lastly, I don't care about the hooks. Obviously, we like the hooks on this channel. Comrade already told us it's not the first time he would be taking a hook, that's for sure. So we're gonna take Oregon minus 7.5. We don't mind the hook because we actually think Indiana are frauds. So we're gonna take that. I actually agree with J Money that Dante Moore is going to win the Heisman this year, and I think this is a great Heisman moment for him. So that's the slate. I believe I'm gonna go 7 and 2. I think I'm gonna also go 1 and 0 in the underdog bet here. And, by the way, Skinny P is at Art of Animation at Disney right now if you wanted to dox him. That's all I got for you this week. Thank you.
Fuck you, Skinny P. Fuck you, Skinny P. You barrel motherfucker. You've been putting on weight, Skinny P. You little fat Skinny P. Man. Oh. Let's go, man. Week 7. Hopefully that other footage is there. If it's not, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, but we're going to get good football regardless. Nothing short of the rapture could stop this Saturday from happening and giving us some good-ass football games. If George Floyd couldn't stop goddamn college football Saturdays, then you sure as hell aren't, and these goddamn communists overseas sure as hell aren't. Lock in for some ball. I'll be here. I'll be here next week. I'll be here every week after that, and I'll be sitting my ass on that goddamn couch soaking in as much as I can. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope we all win some money. See you guys later.